Hello fiber friends and welcome to the week of Spin Together. Spin Together is a week-long spinning event. You can treat it like a competition if you want. There are prizes for people who spin the most yardage, but a lot of people join for fun just to meet other spinners and visit. A lot of teams will do virtual meetups. So I am looking forward to that. This whole week I plan to just spend a lot of time spinning and getting caught up on projects. After our big move, I feel like it's a good time to do that and get some things spun up that I want to work into projects. So that's what I'll be doing. I'm a fan of every single colorway that Three Waters Farm does. I will put a link to them in the description of this video, so you can check that out for some amazing colorways and inspiration. So I have these. This is Polworth and Tussa Silk. This colorway, can't remember what it's called. I'll put it in the description. But I think it's beautiful. And so what my plan is to make this into a sweater. And I want to do it a pieced together sweater. Because of the colorway, I'm exploring and experimenting with different ways to control the color. And for this one, I want to create a marled yarn. So I'm going to spin this on one bobbin and I'm going to spin this on the other bobbin, and then I will ply the two together. It's going to be an interesting knitting project, and we'll probably have a whole other video for that. But this is the yarn that I have so far, and it's so soft and drapey, and I love Polworth. It's so luxurious. But this is how the yarn came out so far, and I like it. I like it a lot. Here we go. It's very periwinkle, and it's got this pretty shine to it. I feel like the candy striping effect is not overpowering. It's there, but it's subtle. But I really want to see how this whole thing knits up when I have it blended with one solid stripe and one color changing stripe. So I thought it would be cool. Let's experiment. We're gonna spin the rest of this for a sweater, and then eventually I'll knit this up. So that's what I'm working on right now. I did spin this one a little while ago, and I'm not even sure if I remember what wheel I spun it on. So I'll be duplicating my own yarn and checking to see if my twist and everything is accurate. But I also want to spin quickly. I don't want this project to take a huge amount of time. I want to enjoy the spin and not rush myself, but I do want to get it done kind of quickly. So I'm gonna try and see if we can use the double drive on my Ashford Elizabeth, and we'll see how that goes for spinning this. So let's get spinning. This is so pretty and it's so soft. Okay, I got a little ways of this spun, and so I'm gonna pull it off the bobbin, fold it over on itself, and do a ply back test to see how it compares to the original yarn. I feel like it's too thin, but we'll see. Sometimes I'm surprised. Usually Polworth puffs up on me more than I expect. This strand right here is what I just spun, and you know what? It's pretty close. The twist angle is the same, diameter is the same, wraps per inch is the same. This is the same yarn, so good thing I figured that out. And I'm gonna see if I can get this bobbin done tonight. With the double drive with Elizabeth, I can treadle pretty fast, not quite as fast in terms of how much twist I get as the CPW, as my Philippe, but she's pretty quick. So let's see if we can fill up this bobbin. Here we go. That wraps it up for day one, and I was able to get the entire 4-ounce braid done. Yay! That's a pretty loaded up bobbin. It's not the prettiest bobbin, but when I'm spinning quickly, I don't take the time to make my bobbin look so nice. But there it is. I have no idea how many yards we got done today. We'll find out after we ply. So tomorrow I will be spinning up this braid so that I can ply these two together. And checking in for day 3. And I'm spinning right now. I am almost done with this braid. I was hoping to have this bobbin finished yesterday and then be able to ply this today. But clearly, things did not go according to plan. So there's always sort of this thing, I feel like, that happens with a competition like this. Because people are competing for yardage. It always seems like there's someone that just straight out of the gate is like, I spun 10 miles today. And I kind of feel like, and I always kind of feel like there's a little pang in my heart, like, oh, well, what's the point? They've already done it. They've already spun the most. So I think it's important to kind of keep a perspective, right? I am doing all the spinning I can do, and I did clear out my schedule so that I could have more time to spin. And what a missed opportunity if I'm sitting here comparing myself to others, saying I'm not doing good enough, when I could just be enjoying all of this time that I have to spin, and I could be having a great time. And I don't know, that comparing thing, that's just such a pervasive thing that I do to myself, and I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. So I want to keep a good perspective here, which is that I've made extra time to spin, and I'm going to enjoy all the spinning I get to do this week. This is something I believe, which is that I am the only one who I can compete with, because I'm the only one on a level playing field with myself. I'm the only one with my spinning skills, whatever those may be. I'm the only one with my equipment. I'm pretty sure this is the only Ashford Elizabeth that has an Ashford traditional drive wheel on it. This is the actual Elizabeth wheel, but the hub broke and it had a not great repair on it before I got the Elizabeth. This drive wheel is for a traditional, and so it doesn't have as many spokes as the original Elizabeth drive wheel did. It's not quite as heavy, and so it doesn't, you know, have that ease of momentum from the extra weight on the wheel, but it's fine. She spins just fine. So where was I? Oh yes, I am the only one who I can compete with if everything is equal and fair. So I'm going to spin what I can spin, and I am going to enjoy this week of spinning and not, you know, beat myself up for not spinning more as someone else, because I'm not in competition with them. I'm in competition with myself. Yay, the plying is all finished and this yarn is just gorgeous. I can't wait to make a sweater out of this, but I will measure the yardage at the end of the competition. Right now I have more spinning to do, and next I am going to spin this silk. I want to try spinning it with my Canadian production wheel because silk needs a lot of twist, and I can get that twist from my CPW. Oh dear. So this is the silk I spun, and I wanted to put it in a center pole ball because it has a good amount of twist and I want to use it for weaving. My ball winder has a crack in it, and so there's a plate on the bottom and then it's screwed on top to hold it together, and look, it got caught on the screws. Oh no. So I'll have to be careful when I take this off. I didn't notice that at all as it was winding on, but yeah, so here's my center pole ball for my silk. And the other thing I'm hoping to finish also maybe will get used with this heddle, but I have this purple flax also from Paradise that I haven't spun the flax yet. And here's my idea. Let me know what you think of this idea. So I have just these white cotton towels. They've just got a little loop on them, and they're just plain white cotton towels. So I thought it would be so much fun to do some eco printing on these towels and then just do a simple kind of decorative stitch with the flax thread along the edges. So I thought that would be a really cool project. So I'm going to be hand spinning this as well to make thread, but then also, because I'm sure I'll have more than enough to outline the towels, I can probably also do either some tablet weaving or maybe some rigid heddle weaving with this as well. Maybe these will even end up in the same project with this as the background and then this is the I don't know, maybe. I'm spinning this flax a little bit wet, which is a reason that I really like spinning with an apron, because it's about to look like I had an accident on myself, but it's not. It's just the flax. So as I spin the flax, I am smoothing the fibers down. This is toe flax, but it is dyed. It's very, very silky feeling, and so it can look a little spiky like a bad hair day if it's not smoothed down. And so as I spin, I let it be damp, and that helps me to get everything in line and in order and onto the yarn as I want it to be. Which I just kind of realized that point right between my hands. How cool is this? So with one hand, I'm holding flax. With my other hand, I'm holding linen thread because I'm making linen. That's so cool. I am definitely going to need some coffee to keep me going. This is how I make pumpkin spice coffee. I just put pumpkin spice in the cup with a little cream, my coffee, and it's delicious. And it's made at home, and I am ready to go spin. Today was the day that I got the Paradise Fibers subscription box, and I was able to unbox this for October. It is gorgeous, and I have a huge project planned for this and some of the other fiber that it came with. So you'll have to stay tuned on my channel for that. We will be making the most amazing spooky time October Halloween hat. It is going to be the coolest, and I can't wait for that. So I'm going to get this spun up as part of Spin Together, and I'll have a head start on that project when I get back to all my other projects, of which I have so many. Oh my goodness. Well, the silk I tried to do from a center pull ball has ended in absolute disaster. This hasn't happened to me in so long. I tried to untangle it, and it was just eating up all my time. And part of the problem is it broke, and there's an end on the inside somewhere, and I can't find it. So I'm really frustrated because I feel like I spent all this time spinning and I can't count the yardage now, and maybe I let my team down. I don't know. So, I mean, I hope not. People understand, but this is just a little heartbreaking to me. That white silk was actually practice for doing this pink silk. What are we going to do with this? Well, my plan is that it will be spun onto 2 separate bobbins. And I want to do, this is my project upcoming. We're going to do some sewing projects. I want to make a cape, and I thought this one was pretty cool. It's simple. Simplicity. It's simple, but this faux fur collar is removable. And I thought, oh my gosh, what if instead of doing a faux fur, what if we do locks that just come cascading over the shoulders all the way around the top of the cape? I thought that would be so cool. And I have some locks I can use. And then I thought, ooh, what if we just did like just a very simple embroidery kind of stitch around the edge of the cloak? And then I thought, oh my goodness, I have some pink velvet in my stash that needs a project. So what if this is the thread and I do like a tone on tone just detail? I don't know. I'm going to have to sample it for sure. But either way, I want to use this either for embroidery or for like some brocade, fancy tablet weaving, or maybe even some rigid heddle weaving. I do have this rigid heddle from the Dancing Goats. I haven't had a chance to use it yet. So I am going to spin this up as a 2-ply. It's going to be a very thin 2-ply. And I have some this is just some commercial cotton embroidery floss. So I'm going to kind of use this as my guide to match the, when I spin this, I'm going to match it with this so that I get a 2-ply that is this diameter. So that's my plan for that. I want this silk to be on 2 different bobbins. I'm not messing with that center pull ball thing again with the silk. That was a disaster. So I am going to just put this into 2 equal lengths. If I can find both ends here. I have one end. Where's the other end? I am full of silk disasters lately. Okay. There's the other end. I just dropped it. But at least we can find it. Alright, so I am just taking both ends, and then we are going to say this is halvesies, and oh dear, this is a knot. Alright, I found the middle. So Here we go. This is one bobbin, this is another bobbin, and then I'll ply the two together. So let's, well, I have a puddle. It's a puddle of silk down here. So I feel like I should definitely clean that up before I start spinning. This is gonna be cool. I'm really excited for this. I think it's gonna look fantastic. It's gonna dress up my, my cape. It'll be so fancy. I won't have anywhere to even wear it because I don't go fancy places. I'll just wear it around my neighborhood walking the dog. I feel like I was starting to get my rhythm, so I pulled a piece of it out to ply back on itself and check it with this commercial embroidery floss. So let's see how we're doing. I'm gonna take one strand out here, and this is what I just spun, folded over so that it is like the ply. And we are perfect. So if I lay this commercial thread over my gauge, it looks like it's about 30 wraps per inch. The commercial one is, and then if I look at my silk, it is also right in there at 30 wraps per inch. So I think my silk might still be a smidge thinner. But it's so close. It's really perfect. So I'm gonna keep that rhythm that I had going with my treadle and then how I was long drawing that thread back. And so that's it. That'll do it. And I will have my embroidery floss. I got that bobbin finished, but since my Canadian production wheel only has one bobbin, I had to move it over to a storage bobbin so that I could have my two separate bobbins to ply from, because we're not messing with that center pull ball again. That was a disaster. So this way I'll be able to put this bobbin onto the lazy Kate, which is on the floor down next to me, and to ply this after I get the other half of it spun up. And the other half will get spun up tomorrow because I am super tired. I stayed up too late and I am going to bed right after this. It's the final day of Spin Together. I stayed up too late last night spinning, trying to get some things finished up. So this morning, it's pretty early. I didn't get enough sleep. Don't do this to yourself. Do competitions, but with enough sleep. So, choices. At least I'm not a zombie this year. Alright, so I still have some silk that I would love to get spun up if I can. The competition goes until noon today, so whatever time it is, noon for, you know, whatever time zone you're in, that's when you have to stop. So I'm gonna see if I can get some of this done, and whatever yardage I get is what I get. Okay, I finished the silk. It's still on the Canadian production wheel here, and then I have this storage bobbin. I just finished. I'm switching all my wheels around and I just popped the camera on, so I'm not worried about the view on the camera. Apologies if it's terrible. I'm setting up my Elizabeth now because I have 20 minutes and I can ply. I can ply this if I can get it done in 20 minutes. So That's what I'm trying to do. Poor Elizabeth here is gonna treadle her little heart out because this silk needs so much twist. And, but I don't have an extra bobbin for the CPW, so I can't take that bobbin off, and I don't have time to put it on a storage bobbin. Also, I only have 3 storage bobbins, and 2 of them already have yarn on them. Oh my goodness, the drive band is in a knot. Frantic over here. Let's do this. Let's ply. There it is. All right, let's get this going. Okay, so we're going this way. Very good job.
Flyer's like a blur.
It feels like a blur.
Like,
we're gonna do this. We're gonna make it. It's almost there.
If it gets to 88 miles an hour, it'll go back in time.
And then I can spin more because I'll have more time.
I think there's better uses of your time than spinning more.
I'll spin dinosaur fur if I go back far enough. My arm is tired.
I bet.
I'm going so fast. We're almost there.
Looks like you're weaving dreams in space.
I am.
Are you?
Dream weaver.
Man, I was not my intention.
You handed that to me.
I didn't want...
Oh, we gotta change hooks. Change hooks. Go, go, go.
Do I have to sing now?
My arm is on fire. No, 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 no. No, no, no. There's a slubby bit. Oh, no.
Just roll it in there. It's art yarn.
That's not how that works and you know it. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Is this a disaster?
No.
We can't. I don't have time for a disaster. Ah, boom. Fixed. Okay.
See, it's fine.
It's fine.
This is fine.
Whew. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
You can do this. How does silk taste?
Silky.
Ew.
How do we know it's Evie's yarn?
How do we know it's silk?
Because there's lip gloss in it.
It's probably purple and sparkly.
I usually. Okay.
I'll get another picture of this nonsense down here. You have to spin. Oh, it's almost doing it. Where, like, the wheel, you're spinning so fast that the camera almost makes it look like it's going slower. You have to go faster.
Go faster
Yeah,
to
go
look
fast.
slower.
Well,
Okay.
okay, so there is the bobbin. I can see the end. Is that a leader?
I'm so tired of my foot. This is not healthy.
You chose this hobby.
I chose this. My foot is so tired.
You're almost there. Look. That's a leader. You're just throwing all the schlubs. You just don't even care anymore.
Oh, it's fine. I'm just making sure there's no pigtails.
Uh-huh.
There's a few slubs that just happened, but they're part of the yarn. They're not.
Art yarn.
Stop it. Okay, okay, okay. And
3, 2,
1.
1. Yep, look at that.
Oh my gosh! I did it!
It's not very balanced.
Get out of here! Alright, here's my basket of the things I accomplished. And then back there are the things I didn't accomplish. That's fine. I got so much done. I guess we're working backwards. I have whatever yardage this is that didn't get plied. I have this 2-ply silk that I absolutely can't wait to put into a skein. Look at that bobbin rocking back there. I can't wait to put this into a skein and see how much yardage this is. Calm down. And I still have this much silk, so if there are any problems with that for my project, I have some silk as a backup. And if I have enough for my project, then I have some extra silk that I can blend into a different project. I got this flax spun up. It will probably be for some inkle loom weaving. For tablet weaving, it really needs to be a 2-ply. And I do have this other half of the flax that I can spin up later to put into a 2-ply, but I still have to count the yardage on this bobbin to figure out what I got done for Spin Together. And continuing to work our way backwards, this skein was already spun. This is not part of Spin Together. This was for a sweater project, and I had to match the grist of that. So that quantity is for one sleeve. This will be the other sleeve, and so I do need to count this. This was Spin Together. And this is the other 8 ounces that will be part of that sweater. And I still have some spinning to do for that project. I didn't get the other braids done yet, but that will be next up on my list. I think overall I did pretty well. The yardage for Spin Together is not due until the 13th of this month, and so I am going to take a little bit of time to take a break, and then I will be scanning up this yarn, making it look beautiful, taking some nice pictures. I'll put those on Instagram and let you know how all of my yardage ended up and what my totals were. So follow me over on Instagram at JillianEveFA, and I hope you enjoyed this adventure. I can't wait to put these in some fantastic upcoming projects. So of course, make sure you're subscribed if you want to watch my next adventure, and happy spinning, fiber friends.